Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 39 of Persona 5 Royal, and in this episode, we've got Maruki to deal with, cause he appears today. After all, the man picks and chooses days in May that he is available for counseling. And we only got 2 more days of counseling before he goes on his big vacation until the 20th of September. So we might as well get that out of the way. Might as well do that now. Because again, I'm going for the true ending, in case you're wondering. It's going to be more high maintenance because of the fact that now that we've got Kasumi, there are only certain days that she shows up. And particularly days when it's not raining. So on that note, if it's torrential rain, she's definitely not showing up. The thing is, though, later on, weather won't be a factor for her confidant rank. That's all I gotta say on that. But for right now, we are starting off with Maruki's rank, and I think the first option does not matter for the first question, but the more we continue on, the more you realize that he is trying to get deeper and deeper in cognitive research. Oh, and just agree with him by saying I know, right? When he's talking about cats, because after all, there's one that constantly tells you to go to sleep, constantly barking orders. God forbid he's using the bathroom in your bag. And he's constantly trying to hit on.
Well.
But whatever the case, you would have to use the third one, yes. The third option is going to be the third choice, or third set of options is going to be the third choice. That's what I meant to say. So on that note, you are going to probably understand in hindsight that everything you're doing with Maruki is gonna come back to bite you 100-fold. And that's all I have to say about that. I mean, the new semester pretty much solidifies how badly and royally you screwed up. More along the lines of he screwed up too. And just think, despite the fact that he is a researcher, a well-known researcher, he's a bit of a screwball. And an absolute klutz. Chances are that may just be his facade. But whatever the case, folks, we are going to finish rank 4 after we're done with it. Well, this is rank 4. So we're probably going to get an ability from rank 4 or rank 5. Whatever the case, at least you're getting SP up for this. That's the only good thing about this. Because you can get all the SP up that you could possibly get. And at least for the most part, you'll be able to spam magic throughout the entirety of the dungeons. God forbid you spam almighty magic. With the DLC personas that are offered for free. Provided you already bought them from Persona 5 Vanilla. Then they're actually expensive. But whatever the case, just choose the first option. That way, at least you'll feel a little bit more validated. Although the notes vary between 2 and 3, or 1 and 2 without a counselor persona, at least if you have a counselor persona, it'll be a lot easier to get this guy to a point where you won't have to worry about catching up with his confidant rank when he's gone for at least a couple of months. Or a month, actually. No, wait. No, July is in fact the start of summer. So he will be gone for a good bit of time. And now that I stop and think about it, we'll have more, I think about 2 more confidant ranks opening up in this month as it is. One of which being the Emperor. And that actually is a good thing. Oh yeah, and that's the second option you need to choose. I think it was the second or the first. It was probably the second. Nope, it was the first actually. But whatever the case, that should be rank 4. Oh, thank God. We only got 1 more rank with this, and we won't have to deal with him for a while. The thing is, when he's gone for 4 whole months, or 3 whole months, I think.
All right.
Yeah, 3. It's gonna be hard to actually, like, hang out with him, because he's not gonna be at the school at all. Unlike Sojiro, who you could actually make coffee for, make curry for, or even just choose to hang out with him. And you got yourself a Happy Pop. I think that actually gets rid of some... Wait, that gets rid of fear and despair, I think. Yes, that's what that does. And the more things you have that gets rid of fear and despair, and also hunger, if I'm not mistaken, the better. Because, my God, fear sucks. That means you'll end up running out of the battle. But despair sucks even more. Meaning, if you don't get rid of despair within 3 turns, you're automatically dead. And enemies with despair strike is a pain in the ass. Plain and simple. Oh yeah, and the first option for the phone conversation is that. So, we've got enough notes and enough points so that the next time Maruki shows up, which should be later on in this month, we'll be able to get rank 5, and more importantly, get him out of the way for a while and focus on other confidant ranks. And also you'll see me getting much more desperate in trying to get Faith out of the way, because again, Faith literally is not going to be completed until after the whole events with Christmas. That's provided you get Maruki to be completed by the 18th. And now that it's Friday, let's rank 2 Becky, or should I say Kawakami. So now we can actually raise up her rank, and more importantly, lose 5,000 more yen. Good God Almighty. I swear, once we get to the lower levels of Mementos, we'll make all that money back. And when we do, that's going to be a lot of cash I'm going to have on hand. That is if I don't find a bunch of sooty armor and have them sold first. But chances are, I wouldn't actually sell that armor if I were you, because some of that armor may actually be good or even better than the EX armor. So, with Kawakami, I think the first option for this set of questions is the best one. And as soon as she's finished cleaning, she plops her ass right on your bed. Wow. So, on that note, on top of being a teacher preparing quizzes and tests, she has to rush over to her part-time job. And it's ridiculous how overworked she is. So I think the second option would be the best choice, considering that she just makes sure that no weird stuff happened because they are teacher and student. Well, for now anyway. Well, I'm not picking the romance spot because I've already romanced her in the second New Game Plus. The first actual new game I romanced on, so at least that won't be an issue. Am I gonna get all the romance options shown just like I did with Persona 4? That's gonna take an hour. A serious hour, because there's like a White Day event right before you meet up with your Valentine's Day crush.
You know.
But who am I gonna pick outside of those two? That all depends. Oh, and in case you're wondering, for the third set of questions, any options available. But like I said, that all depends on how things go. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, since An and Kawakami will already be, how you say, romance, and they're already maxed out, I can actually max out somebody else. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Just pick whichever one comes first, cause at the end of the day, she's pretty desperate. Then you realize the sister is not the real issue as to why she's doing this. So yeah. Sorry for jumping subjects, but when it comes down to I'm trying to get thoughts here. When it comes down to all the girls that I'm gonna have to have romance options with, what I'm thinking of doing, like after I don't romance on, but instead be friends with An and be friends with Kawakami, everyone else on the other hand, I'm gonna make separate save files so that all I have to do is just romance that character, show it off, and then on a separate save file, romance another character, show that off, and then on a separate save file, romance that character and show it off. It picked the second option when she starts asking, and when she starts acting like that. I mean, it's part of the job, but still. But in all honesty, how I'm gonna approach this, instead of like making a straight video with all the romance options that I didn't choose, like when I get to the part where I have to choose either to befriend or romance them, I will, because I'm getting to that part with Takami. She's only got maybe 4 more ranks, but when I get to her rank 8, I'm gonna make a different save file and have it to where she's friends. Save file and befriend her off screen and keep up. And then when I get to the other confidant ranks that requires a relationship, I'll have a separate save file for them. That's how I'm gonna handle it. So that way you'll see their romance option. So, another question that's going to be on a quiz. The word you're looking for is the halo effect.
Right.
And that's the only other question on the quiz. And that's the last thing we're going to have to worry about for right now. Because there's going to be more quiz questions as it goes on. Probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow is legitimately the deadline for Madarame if you have not... Actually, no. It was the second that was the deadline if you have not beaten Madarame because of the fact that... Or have not infiltrated the palace. Because it takes 2 days for them to send the calling card. And Madarame is the... Yeah, Madarame is basically the last day, and if you have not sent the calling card by that day, it's over. Or should I say, by the end of the day. You can still go to the palace on the 5th, but if you haven't sent it by the end of the day, it's done. Get it over with. So now, it's going to be raining even more. And what's all happening now? I think the only thing they have is On and I do believe Takemi. Those are the only two left. This is the second to last day for legal action, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go on ahead and go to Mementos because we've already beaten Madarame anyway.
Hey, we're all here.
So, let's view the request and all these requests that we have. So far, it's only 2. And one of which was the kid that was bullying the other kid that we had to beat up. And that's all that is. Meanwhile, the other one is from the cat-stealing lady, which is trying to, you know, kidnap people's cats. Or kidnap all the stray cats. And once we get those out of the way, and by the way, those are from the 2nd level, which is why I haven't actually pursued them yet. Well, 1, I didn't get the quest for them. And 2, even if I did, before we dealt with Madarame, there was no way for us to actually get in. So far we'll have 4 Mementos missions done. So that way we could get Mishima ranked up to level 4. He'll give us another Mementos mission, and that will probably require some well, actually no, it just requires us to go to Mementos, that's all. But some of them will require, some of the missions that Mishima will have on deck will require you to actually get information. And I've already mentioned that multiple times. Chances are, we're going to start going to places where we're going to have to actually get a job. And again, that won't show up until probably a little bit later. But there are going to be some more Mementos missions later on. Especially since we're going to be getting down the bottom of this palace. Well, technically it is a palace, but we have to get all the way to this floor right here. Because we only made it to a certain area and didn't complete the whole thing. And now, you get to see something awesome. Insta-kill in action. Because we have insta-kill, now we no longer have to worry about dealing with enemies stronger than us. Or weaker than us. We can just simply run into the enemies so long as they don't see us. And just simply crash into them, kill them, and that's it. Yeah, I am not losing that, damn it. You know what? I'll just get rid of Windbreak. I'll get rid of Windbreak. Or Skullcracker. Let's get rid of that instead. Because I don't need this. I don't need anything else from this persona. Because we're going to be going to get a stronger persona to go through Kanashiro's bank. Probably when we start that palace. Because as far as for the palace is concerned, it's going to start getting into the 30s. And chances are we aren't going to be able to use insta-kill like talking about it. But more importantly, we'll end up having to go to Mementos anyway to train.
We can descend from here.
Now, I haven't found any hidden walls yet, which is weird because normally I'd find hidden walls left and right. this playthrough, I haven't found a single hidden wall in this place once. Even if I use my third eye, I still won't be able to find the hidden rooms. Because, again, they are random. So, this one has about, this floor of Mementos has about 7 floors to it. Or at least a section of Mementos, anyway. Bear in mind, we are completing this as we go along. So, it won't take long for us to actually get to the final floor of the Mementos area. As we keep going further and further in.
This place is kinda...
Yeah, I'm gonna start selling all this stuff over to EY eventually.
Don't say weird stuff like that.
So, let's get rid of you. And I think we can go down instead of up. Yeah, we're going around in circles, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Let's keep using them.
Ooh, a new skill. Yay, Masio. Alright, that works. That works. Once we get him into the Zeo, into the gut and Dine spell areas, that would be a whole lot better. That's what I meant to say. Alright.
Hey, there's a rare
I think that takes care of the shadow. Sadly, there is...
I can feel it.
Oh, one of those. Yeah, I heard that. That's why I put on the third eye, so I could see it, because I could barely see it, because it was camouflage.
They're all knocked down.
Splash, splash, give us the cash.
Let's go.
I was lucky I found that, by the way. But I told you, if you didn't find any treasure demons in Madarame's palace, you would definitely find them in Mementos. Ah, finally, he learns Mi Patra. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get rid of Patra, because Mi Patra is a lot better. Because mostly, when it comes down to the bad stats, eventually, the bad guys will start multi-targeting. And once we learn Salvation, forget it. Bad stats are a non-issue so long as the person who has Salvation isn't the one that's affected. Ooh.
Joker.
And what is this? Let's see what's in it.
Oh.
And it is... baptismal water. Okay, I think we could do that. Alright. Let's go to the next area. I think we're on Area 3. Because I do believe there's a rest point in Area 4.
Work and steady. It's actually fulfilling now.
I keep thinking that there's some hidden doors here. And if there were... oh, wait, no. We've gotten all the stamps in this area, so they aren't going to show up like talking about it. There's probably some more stamps, like, in the second part of Mementos. And by second part, I mean the actual second half of Mementos, because
You're a bunch of boys.
while there is, like, maybe 8 areas of Mementos, there's an area hidden to that past the third semester, so there is that particular area. Great, more clothes for me to actually wash. Or sell. Mostly sell. So, on that note, we're gonna go down to the next floor, and this is gonna be the actual rest area that we happen to stop at. And while you see people in this spooky place, they'll all be climbing on the train. Yes, it's literally the train station to hell from Rocco's Modern Life. Or was it the escalator to hell? One of the two. No, wait, no. Actually, it's the train station from hell in, I think, The Simpsons. Yes. Pretty sure The Simpsons had one of those jokes.
Oh,
So, on that note,
Come on, man.
it's safe to say that this place is getting creepier and creepier as we keep going along. Oh, and by the way, get used to this theme because once we get past the second area, the theme will drastically change,
Hey,
which is something new in Persona 5 Royal. Then again, what hadn't Atlas screwed up? And in this, at least in this rest area, if you have to come here and any Mementos missions are there, you can either go up or you can go down. You don't have to necessarily go to the end point if you don't need to, because chances are the rooms will randomize and you'll end up running into a room full of Reapers. Yeah, that is a thing in this game, by the way. A terrible mistake made by Persona 5 Royal, but that's a thing here.
Joker.
Anyway, we're gonna have to once again use the third eye, or at least try to run into walls that are breakable, but I haven't found any.
Then
However, we did manage to find the person that we need to hunt down. Okay, that's treasure chest. That's all we need is treasure chest. Alright. That takes care of you. Let's get this out of the way and grab this treasure chest. And I should mention, when it comes down to some of these, I haven't been actually putting like the mid-bosses of Persona, like all the Mementos, that's what I meant to say, all the mid-bosses and Mementos in. There are some that I'm going to do that with because they change up, because they're drastically different from their Persona versions. This is the only one that hasn't changed up. And more importantly, this guy is important, because you probably will need Black Frost via fusion, and you don't have that. Do I have a light persona? No, I do not. Uh-oh. Yeah. The guy we're about to be facing, we need a blessed persona, and light damage is the only thing that'll hurt him. Unfortunately for us, I didn't bring a light persona, or didn't get a light item, which probably would have made things a hell of a lot easier. But it doesn't matter, we'll still take him down all the same. And on that note, let's take him down. We literally got, I'd say, one more to find after this. So yeah, this is Black Frost, in case you're wondering, or Shadow Sakota. And unfortunately, I did not bring a light item at all. Well, the only light items I have are ones that are insta-kill. Ah, god damn it. Excuse me one second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, had a call to deal with. Anyway, it's time for us to just use physicals against Black Frost, because after all... Oh, and make sure An is on the defensive. After all, Black Frost is not only immune to fire, but also immune to ice. And curse as well, so light is your only option to beat him. And having Black Frost early game is a real good thing. Unfortunately, you got to beat him first in order to unlock the means to get... Oh, that's a lot of money, by the way. $20,000? I mean, 20,000 yen. Well, 29,000 yen, but that's a lot. And I've raised up to level 24. I know I'm leveled up way, way too high, but still. it's all worth it in the end. The point of the matter is, Joker survives. And so long as Joker survives and he's at the level to do so, the rest of the team can still get up and fight. Joker is the only one that matters, because once he kicks, that's the ball game. So yeah, Joker being at a high level is necessary. And I know you're probably bored of the fact that I have the Victory Cup in my equipment. Eventually I'll take it off, because chances are I'll be at level 99 by the time I do. There is no EVs or IVs like Pokemon, so basically speaking, what you see is what you get as far as your stats is concerned, unless you got boost. So let's go on ahead and keep going. We got a few more floors to go to. So let's see, do I have... Oh yeah, there it is right here, the evil snow crystal. And you do need that in order to fuse Black Frost. And that also was in Persona 5 Vanilla. I do believe there's also Persona that you need to actually beat in Mementos missions and get their reward for in order for you to actually fuse them.
Yo, there's an
And
escalator
among
going
them,
up there.
bugs. I don't think it's the same case with Yoshitsune, so we're good on that note. And once we're able to... Oh yeah, I already got Yoshitsune fused. So, if it comes down to it, I will just use...
No.
Oh, wait, hold on, what the hell? Oh, it's... Oh, the target's here. That's what that is. But as I was saying, if it comes down to it, like in the later levels, like for instance, Nijima's Palace, I'm gonna use Yoshitsune. Fuck that.
It's a shadow.
I'll be at the level to use that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But more importantly, I will need a persona that actually has resistance to electricity, if not complete immunity to electricity, and also immunity to, if not darkness, then thunder. Well, there's our second area, so let's go into there. And I'm just planning out strategy, because the way I'm trying to do this to make this as quickly as humanly possible, because normally a playthrough of Persona would take about, I'd say, 100 parts, but I'm trying to make this as quick as humanly possible. Keep forgetting, by the way, that Royal has limitations to make you actually do things the hard way. And let's see, let's switch Ryuji out for Morgana. Might as well, because she is weak to wind. Oh, and for the record, the enemy that you're going to see in this form, she shows up in Kanashiro's palace. So in all honesty, you weren't supposed to run into her this early. But considering the fact that I've already got the Mementos mission there, it doesn't matter. And this is easy for Morgana, because after all, she's a wind. No, she's weak to wind. So, excuse me. Oh god, something went in my throat when I said that. But she was weak to wind. Alright. There's something else about this though. This is the first Persona, by the way, that has a multiple choice. That if you don't get, well, she's going to regenerate and keep attacking you until you get it right. I think this is the first one that does that. Oh, actually, no, it's not the first one. This is the first one of many that does that. There's like 2 others that do this too.
What do you want?
So, first option. For when she talks about the snowballs. And second option. First one, just choose number 1. So far it's 2, 1, Alright, next she's gonna say that. 1. And when she tries to ask again, it doesn't matter which one you go for. If she tries to ask again, just go for Snowball's Gone. That's the most common sense one, but it didn't matter at that point. So it's basically 2, 1, 1, and whichever one. But we managed to do it. We got an Aguilau. Nice. So An learned her first level 2 spell. Yeah, An's the first one out of everyone to learn a level 2 spell. Ironically enough, everyone else past Yusuke will end up learning level 2 spells right off the bat. So with that said, we've got the cat brooch. Not like we're gonna need it though. We'll just go on ahead and reach the end. Might as well do that. We don't need to leave just yet because we want to try to get to the bottom floor, unlike the last time. So that way, if there is any marks here, we could just start from the midway point. Or if there's marks on the bottom, we could basically go to the bottom area, open the door, and just keep going. So yeah, the randomization will continue. And chances are, whether or not you'll run into Reapers or a dark room full of rare enemies, it all depends. Oh wait, we were at the end. Never mind. I thought this was the end. Never mind. Yeah, we were at 6 when we did this. Never mind. So we're at the end. We can focus on the door. Door doesn't open. Not yet, anyway. Because you see, it ain't the deadline yet. No, actually, no, it is the deadline. So this is the last day. So with that said, let's go back to the very start of Mementos and leave this place. Because not once did Jose Cantos showed up. Or Jose, whichever one you want to call him. It doesn't matter. Not once did he show up. Not once.
What do you want to do?
So I could actually get me, like, snuff souls or whatnot. But it's alright. We're done here. Oh, and by the way, if I still sound like a DJ, I'm still recovering from a cold. Or at least a seasonal flu. It's something that happens every season. And it gets annoying.
Hey.
Ironically, it took this long in order for it to be cured. So, with that said, doesn't matter which one you choose for. The thing that matters the most is we want to go on ahead and contact Kawakami. But everybody's now getting worried because this was the last day. And by the way, if you didn't actually get the calling card by the 2nd, you don't even get to the 3rd and the 4th. You'll immediately go straight to jail. Oh, and if you missed out on giving the calling card by this point, then you'll go straight to jail.
The exhibition is finally ending tomorrow. I'm sure things will work out fine.
And on that note,
Hey!
Time for us to do what we're going to be mostly doing if Royal allows us to. And that is get ourselves free massages because, again, we maxed out Kawakami. We're going to max out everyone by the time we're done here. And at least I might as well demonstrate why I love Temperance so much. And that is, Temperance will, for the most part, give you a massage. So that way you'll be able to do what you need to do, or even go and deal with confidants while she's making coffee, making curry, and also making infiltration items. Or doing laundry. So, on that note, while everything feels a hell of a lot better,
Oh.
we can now go outside and get some confidant ranks at night that we weren't able to because of the fact we went to Mementos. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in part 40, where we go to meet up with EY, and then it'll be the confession of Madarame. This is RP Man 985. Peace out and take care, and I will probably be feeling better by then.